Meanwhile, in Nollywood, producer and director Sezwa Elimehe lead out the cast and crew of his new crime drama, Unforgivable, to a Lagos premiere as industry watchers and movie buffs view the movie for the first time. The movie, starring Nollywood darlings Timini Egbutu and Nancy Sime, alongside others rising profiles in the industry, brings again to the front burner a conversation around rape, only this time with a different twist. Take a look.
Finally, filmmaker Osezua Elimie premieres his crime drama movie Unforgivable in Lagos, southwest Nigeria. The cast and crew bowed to its first set of viewers amid applause of appreciations and approval.
Because you drive this dead Lexus singer, just come and talk to me.
The story, starring Nollywood darlings Timini Egbutu and Nancy Sime as lead, is themed around the society scourge rape, but told from a different perspective.
And police bat.
This is life imprisonment.
What sort of insult is that? And what did my family ever do to him? That's a way to begin a case. Contempt of court.
The nominal complainant is in court and the accused person is in the dock. My lord.
The director-cum-producer explains why he opted for flipping the narrative while telling the story.
Well, I also wanted people to look at a different way of looking at a situation. You don't look at a situation as a partisan. You know, the idea of looking at rape from the perspective of saying men are rapists or women are rapists is not fair. Look at rape holistically. What are the circumstances that can lead to rape? How do you prevent your daughter, your son, from avoiding them? That's number one. The other one again is to look at rape victims, not from the partisan perspective. Don't say, he's guilty, he's guilty. No. When you have turned all the stones, leave the judgment to the judges, not you.
Objection! Objection! Objection!
The serious dialogue-driven storyline also deviates drastically from the common Nollywood pattern of storytelling. Court proceedings were clearly interpreted as opposed to the usual glossing over.
The lab, the work in the lab was flawless.
He raped the girl, raped our gentleman agreement.
Pubic hair samples and whatever it is that you had were props in a high drama of shame cooked by this prosecution, hoodwinked as you really are, to make you look stupid right now as you're sitting down in this court.
Objection!
Some of us were born inside the courts. I started going to court from the age of 17, carrying law books along with a legal team. I worked in a law firm before I went to the university. I was already a draftsman, you know. So basically, to be able to do what we try to do in Unforgivable, you have to understand the law of evidence and criminal procedure. But again, that was a long time ago. A lot has also changed. So what I also did was to get a law firm on the day of shoot to look through the script and correct some things, which prevented it from being a disaster. But there were about 2 errors that would have gone in. So we're glad we were smart enough or favored enough to get a legal firm to come to the set, and they started doctoring it.
Well, personally, I like lines. As an actor, I try to carry my dialogues. I like lines. I like long lines, even though I love the other aspect of it. So it wasn't bad. It wasn't very, very challenging. But I'm glad that the dialogues, except from my own character, with everybody else, was in sync, and it was nice, and it could all come together and mean something great. So yeah, I'm happy that is what it has become.
The movie also stars Theo Lawson, Jude Aurora, Victor Irabie, Mercy Soyib, Antonia Okoje, and Emeka Okoye.
Edu.
Madam, I prefer me, they call me Ed.
You prefer Eddie, so you could sound like your guy. Oloshi.
Case closed. My Oga above all.
I am strong!
Let's come. For me, playing the character I play, I brought it to bear because I became the character, and I tried as much as possible, making people to laugh. You also have to align with telling the story and also keeping in mind that you are also sending a message. So, because actually, if you see, you find out that the character was also instrumental to the major character. So, for me, I just believe that anybody who is seeing this movie will be glad. You will be happy to see this film.
If you had access to the script, you won't like what you saw. But it was supposed to be a romantic action thriller. Most of the thriller segments, we couldn't shoot them because of budget and every other thing. So what I did on set was start editing the script to say, what would I take out and not lose the story? You saw very little of it do. All the going to push that thing, there were some intentions behind that. But I knew that for me to shoot it would take me close to 4 hours. I didn't have that time. I didn't have the budget. So what I wanted is a potpourri. You don't come to see my movie and you say, oh, it's a comedy. No. It has to be everything. And I'm hoping that someday the budget will come and I'll be able to show people what I'm talking about.
What's a way to begin a case? Contempt of court.
The nominal complainant is in court and the accused person is in the dock, my lord.
Mr. Barry, please, can you tell this court what you were doing on the 14th of February?
Edake Iriwu, the accused,
This is my first Valentine's Day.
beat me up and raped me. Your last born was arrested. You did nothing.
I beg, don't your Lamentation chapter 15 verse 1. You the investigative journalist. That one is good.
My family name cannot be tarnished like this. Cannot go to jail.
If his father's name wasn't meant for scandal, why did he not train his son on how to control his data?
I am the only and best person to save you from all of this.